Tinubu's loyalists in secret meeting involving governor vow to attack, demobilize Sowore for criticizing their leader. Two loyalists of President Bola Tinubu have vowed to attack and demobilize human rights activist and publisher of Sahara reporters Omoyele Sowore during a virtual meeting held in the early hours of Tuesday. According to credible sources who spoke with Sahara reporters, the meeting took place at 2 a.m. East ST, 8 a.m. Nigerian time, and was convened as part of preparations for the upcoming United Nations General Assembly, UNGA. The 80th session of the UN General Assembly, UNGA 80, will open today, Tuesday, September 9, 2025, in New York, with a high-level general debate commencing on September 23, 2025. Annalena Baerbock, Germany's Federal Minister for Foreign Affairs, will serve as the president of the 80th session. Meanwhile, Sahara reporters gathered that the state governor also participated in the meeting, while one of the individuals who openly threatened Sowore was identified as being from Edo State. A source familiar with the discussion said, in the meeting, two overzealous Tinubu boys volunteered to attack Sowore physically. They said that if the DSS, Department of State Services, will not arrest Sowore, they will carry out the attacks themselves very soon. They said they know his routine because they have watched and observed him. They said they would carry it out very soon. The language the person used is to demobilize him. One of the sources expressed shock at the level of hostility directed towards the activist during the meeting. The meeting was convened to discuss preparations for UNGA with President Tinubu's UN trip scheduled for later in the week. However, attention shifted to Sowore, whom the loyalists accused of rubbishing their leader. We were planning the UN trip of some dignitaries because Tinubu is not even supposed to arrive in New York until Friday. According to what two of them said, Sowore is supposed to be taught a bitter lesson. They clearly said that if the DSS refuse to arrest him, they will do it by themselves. They said Tinubu is their leader and they are ready to carry out the attack themselves, and they won't allow Sowore, who was called many names, to rubbish their leaders, one of the sources said. They vowed to deal with him. They vowed to get thugs and deal with him, even saying he will be treated the Ganepa way in Miwe. Sowore, a long-time critic of successive Nigerian government and a former presidential candidate, had previously faced multiple arrests, detention and intimidation by state authorities and security agencies. The background of the story. On Sunday, Sahara reporters reported that the DSS had formally petitioned the management of X, demanding the immediate suspension or deactivation of Sowore's verified account over a post he described as a threat to national security. In a letter signed by B. Bamiboye for the Director General, State Services, dated September 6, 2025, and addressed to the chairman and CEO of X Corp in Texas, United States, the DSS alleged that Sowore's post constituted hate speech, cybercrime, and incitement to violence against the President of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. According to the DSS, Sowore, through his handle at Tele Sowore, made a post on August 25, 2025 at 11:38 p.m. in which he wrote, "This criminal at official Ebert actually went to Brazil to state that there is no more corruption under his regime in Nigeria. What audacity to lie shamelessly." The secret police described the statement as personally directed at Mr. President and said it had attracted widespread condemnation by a majority of Nigerians, some of whom may resort to wholesome activities to vent their grievance over it, especially supporters of the president who have started taking to the street to protest. Who took to the street to protest? Who went to protest in the street? That's a lie. The DSS claimed that Sowore's tweet under reference is against the transparency on X, and government has frowned at it and found it extremely dangerous. False privacy violation, behavior that manipulates and negatively impact on the person of the president and the country. The DSS said the post violates Section 51 of the Criminal Code Act Cap 77, which prohibits the publication of false information, as well as provision of the Cybercrime Act 2025, which criminalizes spreading fake news, offensive content, and statements intended to provoke ethnic, religious, and tribal hatred. It also referenced the Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition Act 2022, arguing that Sowore's word could amount to domestic terrorism. Also, the DSS petitioned Meta Platforms Incorporated, the owner of Facebook, demanding the immediate deactivation of the verified account of Sowore over the same post criticizing Tinubu. They said the post is still in circulation and has attracted widespread condemnation by majority of Nigerians and is causing both online and offline tensions across the country, thereby creating political tension. So what Sowore said is creating political tension, abeg, and threatening the country's national security. This is in addition to the disparaging effect the post has on the reputation of Mr. President and the country before the Committee of Nations, the DSS told Meta. The DSS claimed that both the author and the platform used to disseminate such content are criminally liable, stressing that the inflammatory publications against the president falls under this provision. Similarly, the DSS has issued a 1-week ultimatum to the activist, demanding that he retract his social media posts about President Tinubu, if I hear. This was stated in a letter dated September 7, 2025 and signed by the DSS Director of Legal Services, Owen Davis. The agency accused Sowore of making criminal and derogatory remarks against the president in a post on X on August 26, 2025. The social media post in question saw Sowore call out Tinubu after accusing the Nigeria leader of lying to citizens. Okay? Still the same story. Meanwhile, Sowore has vowed not to delete the post. I know that Sowore will not delete the post. He will not delete it. Ladegeshi says, if their leader is doing the right thing, he won't be pained by mere criticism. He should govern well, exactly. And it's not as if he has not criticized somebody before. Did he not criticize Jonathan? He also criticized. So why can't they criticize you? Now, Peggy. Shadrach says, Lord, inside their meeting, Sowore still get insider. You know, you say they don't feel. Make una fear wetin una no know. And na Sowore be that thing, no. It is well. As Mazel says, make them see what is happening in Nepal first, though. We go enter them, oh. Yes, that Nepal, they've fight the first lady of the country, oh. I'm telling you. It is well. Saragi Havana says, rascality is not radicalism. One is in the exercise of criminality, while other is in the exercise of fundamental human rights. Conference corner says, from IGP to the president, Senate president, INEC loaded. If I understand, it says, Tinubu criticized Jonathan, but nobody touched him. Exactly. Exactly, you. Israel Affair says, which one they really pay them pass? The criminal, yes, now. Calling the president a criminal. Is paying them. Akikume said, what else do you expect? Sending Nigeria back to 1957 ways of life. It is well. Oliver Honor says, thugs are activated. You can imagine. Jane Andrew says, that's his plan, but Sowore, you will open their yansh as Fela Kuti said. This one, Sowore that I know. That 1 week will expire, and he will not delete anything. Peter Andrew says, Tinubu should remember, say, he buy big markets with that. He pay them, and he no remember when he did do unto Jonathan. Oh. At least, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.